Hello beautiful people. In today's video I'm going to do another two looks. One palette with the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. This is the second look here. The first one is going to be a different one, obviously. So if you want to see the two looks that I created with this palette, I don't know what I'm trying to say. If you want to see the next set of two looks using this palette, then let's get started. Alright, I'm going to start off with the shade Magma, which is this deep reddy brown color here. And I'm going to take that on a fluffy brush just into the crease. And I'm blending it out a little bit. Going in, taking a little bit more and tapping it off. I'm going to work it more closer to the lower part of the outer edge. And bringing it in slightly. And tapping in once again. Bringing that into the center of the crease there. And just working it out and around. I'm trying not to get the outer corner to dip so far down, but I can't help it, just the way I blend things, I guess, just automatically goes there. Okay, now I'm going to wipe that brush off. I guess that isn't really necessary. I'm going to take a fluffier brush here and I'm going to go into shade, let's do Sun Down. Lightly. And I'm just going to take that on the outer edge here, just to further, actually I'm going to take the shade Beach and Sundown and blend those together and buff this out, just to add some warmth and some contrast here. Not contrast, but you know what I mean, to help things blend. Okay. I think that's it for me. Actually no, I'm going to take a smaller brush here and go back into Magma. And I'm just going to tap that onto the outer edge here because I really want it to be darker there. I probably might take Deep Dive there after, but for now. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the shade High Degree on my finger, which is this really pretty coppery red color. And I'm going to take that on the lid and overlapping it with Magma. Such a beautiful color. I love the warmth it has. Okay, going back in with that smaller brush and going back into Magma, just taking it over the outer edge here. And then I'm taking that brush with nothing on it and I'm just gonna, should I dip into that? Maybe I'll take a little bit of Gloaming. And I'm just going to take that on the inner part right here. Now because this is a fluffy brush, it's not going to pick up a lot. I just want to blend the inner corner here a little bit. Okay, going back into Magma on that same brush, tapping it off, and then going back into the crease. Now I'm debating on taking the shade Bliss or Rhodium for this part right here. This will add a nice red tone to it, but I don't know what this color will do. Let's try a little bit of Rhodium, because I don't know. I feel like experimenting. If this look goes horribly wrong, well, maybe I won't upload it. Alright, it's interesting. I don't really like where it's taking it, so I'm going to go over top with Bliss. Actually, I'm going to go over top with High Degree again, just to cover that up and bring out the warmth again. It brought it to a cool place. I didn't really want to go to a cool place. So I'm going to take the shade Magma. Sorry, do I keep shaking my camera? I'm sorry. And I'm going to take, Bliss, the shade Bliss. I'm going to go over top of the middle part there with that. And then I'm going to take, what brush am I going to use? This flat brush here from MAC. I'm going to go into the shade High Degree. And just add some more of that into the inner corner to bring the warmth back. See, with my eyelids, you can tell I can put a lot of colors on there, but because there's not a lot of space, you can't really tell. I mean, you can see a little bit of the transition, but if I didn't do it to this eye, I don't think you'd notice a massive difference. Hence why I don't do a lot of different stuff, I don't branch out a lot with my looks, because my eyes, it literally all of a sudden ends up looking like the same color anyways. Okay, so I want to take a little bit of that high degree, the deep dive color, purple right there, and I just want to take that a little bit on the outer corner here. So I just want to deepen up just a tad. Alright. And I'm going to go over the edge with this fluffy brush again. Now I'm going to be bringing that magma and high degree onto the lower lash line, so I really don't care if this comes too low because it's going to end up being a blown out smoky eye anyways. I'm taking, as per usual, the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby. Actually, no, I'm going to go in with that. I like it. I was going to go in with Alloy, but I think it'll be too intense for what I'm looking for to do in the inner corner here. Alright, perfect. I'm not really sure if I like how that Bliss shade's sitting there, so I'm just going to go over with the high degree again. I tried to experiment and I didn't really like the way it turned out, so there it is. A little more deep dive. Alright, I'm going to go finish this eye and I'll be right back to show you the rest of the completed eye look. Alright, so I went ahead and did this eye, and I'm just going to catch you guys up with this eye. What did I go in with first? So I started off with this small dense brush, and I went in the shade with the shade Deep Dive, the dark eggplant brown color there. And I just applied this to the outermost edge. I just wanted to add the most depth out there. And then I went in with a pencil brush and the shade Magma, just right over top and kind of into the middle. And then I went in, I wiped the brush off really well, and then I went into the shade High Degree, the same color I use on the lid. And I took that, I actually went a little too far onto the inner corner, so I had to try and blend it out with the gold. So I'm going to have to go ahead and copy that step. But like I said, I have really small eyes and it's so hard sometimes to work with them. I did the inner corner with my MAC Gold Dusk, but I thought it was a warm, well, I knew it was not a warm shade of gold, but with these warm tones it looked really cool. So I went over it with L'Oreal Gold Mine, a warmer gold. So I'm basically just going to take that, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner here just to blend it in with the High Degree. And I haven't been doing my makeup much lately, so I feel like I'm basically new to makeup. I hate that feeling. Then I'm just taking a little bit of Suntan, that shade right there, and I'm just taking that to blend these colors together with the outer edge, just to make it look seamless. And then I'm going to go in with the fluffy pencil brush and just buff it all together. And then go over the outer edge with this fluffy brush here. I do love how you can get quite the warm smoky look with this palette. I do enjoy that quite a bit. Because I'm not used to working with a lot of browns, it's a little bit new to me. Okay, I think that is basically it. That looks like it's pretty much blended. Maybe go back in with High Degree with the smaller brush here and further blend those two together. Okay, and then for my waterline I wanted to add something a little bit different, so I'm taking this burgundy pencil here, and I'm just going to line my waterline with that. Really want to give it some smoke and some warmth. And then you can go in with a bronze shade from this palette if you want. I wanted, going over it with High Degree would be nice, but I wanted a little more contrast, and going in with MAC's I'm Into It. It's a deep burgundy. Just because I wanted something a little bit darker with more red in it. But if you just wanted to stick with this palette, you can do High Degree for shimmer, or you can do Magma. But like I said, I just wanted something with a little bit more punch. Okay, that I believe is pretty much it. Let me pop on mascara and I will show you the completed look. Okay, this is the final eye look with mascara on. I will zoom you in slightly. There we go. And I'll zoom you out so you can get the full effect. Okay, this is the final look. I added Pat McGrath Dare to Bear lip gloss here. I kind of like the way this turned out. It's very warm, very smoky. I really like it. I think the next look I'm going to do, who knows? I guess I'll just have to find out in the next clip. Alright guys, let's get on to the second look of this video. Alright, so I'm taking the shade Deep Dive, which is this the darkest color in the shade, and I'm going to take it starting off on like a dome brush here. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to work it into the outer corner. And I'm going to blend it up just a little bit and down to the lower crease part, like in this area right here. Now I haven't used this shade on its own yet. So I'm going to take, dropping my brush, take this fluffier blending brush here from MAC. And I'm going to buff this out here. This is the cream to powder formula that I really, really enjoy. I don't want to take this too far blown out, but I want to blow it a little bit. So now I'm going to go back in with that color just on the brush here and just continue to work it around. And I'm getting no fallout, which is pretty consistent with these cream to powder formulas. Blending it out and around. This blends so well. Oh, I love her cream to powder formula so much. Like, look how effortless this is. Hopefully you can tell on camera. I'm just working that shade just out a little bit just to help with the blend. It looks like there's more pigment here in real life than on camera. But okay, I think I like how that's looking. I'm going to go back in with that bigger, that smaller dome brush and just work a little bit more pigment into the outer corner here. Just to deepen up this part. And I just want to take it, I'm just going to go in with an even smaller brush. And I'm just going to take that closer to the lash line and bring it a little further into the lid. I want to overlap the shade Bliss on the inner part here, just over top of that color. So I'm just trying to create a nice base for it. Alright, then I'm taking this brush again, switching and just blending that out some more. And then taking this brush again, wiping it off first just to take any excess product off. And just furthering the blend. And my friend joined me. Hello, buddy. There you go. Okay. Alright, I think that's pretty blended to my liking. I'll go back in with some finishing touches after. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the shade Bliss. I think I might add a little bit of glitter glue just to help it stick. So I'm taking a dab of the glitter glue here. Just a drop. Oh, drop the lid, of course. This might even be too much. Yeah, I'm just going to wipe some off. And I'm just going to pat that on the part where there's nothing on the lid and then slightly overlapping that dark purple color. Then I'm going to wipe my finger off and I'm going to take the shade Bliss, this beautiful pink duochrome green color. And then I'm going to apply that on the inner half. Then and then overlapping it onto the green slightly. See how it creates that beautiful pink to green shift when it goes over top of the purple color? I think that's really pretty. Alright, now taking a flat brush here, going into Bliss, and just using that to blend out the edges and to further work that onto the purple color, just to create a seamless edge. Okay. Shh. I know it's hot, dude. Okay, I'm gonna take, I'm not really too sure what to go in on the inner corner here with. I think I'm gonna take my usual highlight from Fenty Beauty, Hustler Baby, and take that on the inner corner. The golds in here really play nicely with the golds in this palette. And then I might take a little bit of Bliss on that same dual fiber brush and just work that in as well. I want to put a green highlight on the inner corner. I kind of was feeling just a slightly different kind of look today. Oh, your feet are hot. Okay, I think I'm going to take a little bit more of that deep dive on this brush here and just work a little bit more. I feel like there just needs to be a little bit more out here. Alright. Maybe just taking this brush again, going back to Bliss, and just working that on here again. Okay, I'm freaking happy with that. I'm going to take my shade Strange next on the brow bone. I realized I forgot this step in one of my last tutorials. And then going back with that blending brush, I wiped it off again to make sure there was nothing on it. And just blending that up there. Okay. So now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to finish this eye. I'm going to apply just a little bit of eyeliner to the outer edge here, and then I will be back to show you the final look. Alright, so we're going to come back and finish with the lower lash line. First of all, I'm going to take the shade Rhodium from the palette, which is that nice purpley shifty color. Mechanical focus. Why is it not focusing? There we go. That color there. I thought it would be a nice alternative to the dark purple on the top. So I'm going to take that on a pencil brush here. I don't know why my camera's not focusing right now. Hopefully it'll get there. I'm just going to take this on the outer edge. Or outer corner, sorry. And I'm just taking it a quarter of the way in. And I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. Right. In the shade Magenta Pink, and I'm going to take that on the inner corner and bring it all the way down to Rhodium, popping a little bit on the inner corner as well. And then I'm going to take the same pencil brush, but I'm going to wipe it off, and I'm going to go into the shade Bliss, and I'm going to take that from the inner corner all the way and overlap it just slightly on top of Rhodium. And I'm going to wipe my brush off yet again, go back into Rhodium, and I'm just going to touch up Rhodium and blend those two together in the outer corner. And also just making sure it's lining up with the outer corner here. Okay, now for the inner corner, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take a green shade from the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and I'm going to take that on a little fluffy brush here, and I'm going to apply that right to the inner corner and blend that both to the upper lash line and to the lower lash line. I thought the green and pink complemented this look nicely. So obviously there's a pink, the green shift in the pink. So that was my thought process behind that. And then for the waterline, I'm going to do something a little bit different also. I'm taking this pencil here from Urban Decay, it's in the shade Freak. And I'm just going to line my waterline with that. And then I'm taking a green shade from the ABH and Beauty palette, and I'm taking a combination of A3 and B1. And I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. And I'm just starting with the shimmer shade, and then I'm going to top it off with the matte V1. Just because I wanted a little bit more green and less yellow green. And hopefully you can see that on camera well. Doesn't look like it's picking up too well in my viewfinder, but that is that. Just going to take a little bit more of Bliss and go over top of that green. Okay. I believe that is it for the eyes. Let me apply mascara and then I will show you the completed look. Okay, so here is the eyes completed. I will zoom you in so you can get a closer look. Hopefully the camera is catching the nice pink to green reflect in it, but it's probably not, because things like this you can never really fully get the full picture of unless you see it in real life. But yeah, this is the completed look here. So this completes the second look using the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Second video, fourth look. I may not do any more 2 looks with one palette. I might just do like individual tutorials. But we will see how that goes. On my lips right now I have the Buxom Kristen. I thought it was a nice pink color to pair with the plum pink and green on the eyes. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video with another 2 looks with this Natasha Denona palette. Thank you guys very much for watching, and you will see me in my next video. Bye!